So there's a little joke that this lady was driving and the cop pulled her over. He says, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" She says, "Yeah, I was driving very fast, so I know why you pulled me over." He says, "Okay, great, let me see your real estate license." She says, "Real estate license? Do you mean my driver's license?" The cop says, "No, not everybody has one of those. Also, you cannot sell residential or commercial without a license. So you have to have a license." Now, there are people who do it wrong. Like in any business, in any world, there are people who don't have license and will still pretend to be an agent. That's different, that's criminal, that's whatever it is. The people who will do things wrong.
But majority of the businesses need to be catering to your clients because it's client service first. So you have to be open at the hours when they need you. You have to be open on the holidays. They are free. And the good thing is that, सब खाते पीते हैं, right? Everybody knows कि कितने पानी में सब हैं. तो बात करके आपको एक अंदाजा हो जाता है कि आप किस इंसान से बात कर रहे हो. So make sure you we talk about this many times. Make sure you interview people because when you meet people and you talk to them, you can talk to them eye to eye. And then एक पता चल जाता है कि कितना सच इंसान बोल रहा है. I mean, there are some good con artists, but generally you will be able to tell how honest is this person and how much this person is going to take care of me.
Namaskar and welcome to Real Estate on Track on ITV Gold with the brother-sister duo that is Sanjeev Aneja ji and Alka Aneja. And of course, you all know that this show airs every Friday at 8 p.m. with the repeat telecast on Sunday at 8 p.m. So in case you have any questions, you can always reach out to them at 732-494-2211. And once again, welcome to both of you.
It's a pleasure to be here, like always.
Yes. I first wanted to tell you that your this jacket is looking very pretty.
Oh, thank you so much. You're looking very nice. This is a way we both compliment each other. You're looking very pretty too, Priya.
Thank you.
So you see what's going on? These two ladies are just making sure they are happy, complimenting
But
each
it's
other.
also the law of the universe. So when you put something good out on the universe will return it back to you.
Alka, you're looking very pretty.
But yeah, you're looking very nice. That color is suiting you a lot. You cannot not give a compliment back. It's human nature.
You have to.
You have to give it back. So whatever you give out to the universe or to someone else, you will get it back in return. So why not be nice?
And with that, you all listeners are excellent. You are great. And you know how to compliment us.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Our email addresses are alka@ontrackrealty.com and Sanjeev@ontrackrealty.com.
Yeah, please do send compliments to Alka.
We're waiting for them.
So let's get back on track now.
Yes.
And let's talk about
back on track. Wow.
All pun intended.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, Sanjeev ji, I was talking to one of my friends who knows that we do this show here. And she was just, she wanted to know, how can you become a realtor? And what's involved in there?
Yeah. So it's a very common question. Almost everybody wants to become a real estate agent once in their lifetime. So there's a little joke that this lady was driving and the cop pulled her over. He says, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" She says, "Yeah, I was driving very fast, so I know why you pulled me over." He says, "Okay, great, let me see your real estate license." She says, "Real estate license? Do you mean my driver's license?" The cop says, "No, not everybody has one of those."
Okay.
So everybody has a real estate license, whether they have a driver's license or not, at one time or the other in their life. So your friend has a good question.
Yeah, but Priya doesn't have a real estate license, so not every single person has.
In life, when we say everybody, it doesn't mean everybody.
But that doesn't mean, since I know you guys now, so I have a real estate license.
Yes, exactly. Which means at some point or the other, we toy with the idea.
Right.
Real estate fascinates us.
Yes.
We all want to know about real estate, whether we rent, whether we are buying right now, whether we own a home right now, whether we are looking to buy an investment property, or whether we have nothing to do with anything. We still want to do, but we normally fall in first four categories. Either we are renting, thinking of buying, thinking of selling, or buying an investment property. So all those are there, and then people say, well, let me see, it's an easy job, let me get a license. it's actually not an easy job at all. It's a tough job. Of all the real estate agents out there, only 20% succeed. 80% people leave the business in the first year. 80% people.
Wow.
They come, only reason is, so we'll talk about that in a minute since that came up. But first, let's answer your question. And the thing is, how do I become a real estate agent?
Yes.
So every state has different rules or different hours required to get a license. You have to be licensed. That is true in every state. You have to be licensed to sell real estate.
To sell residential real estate.
Right. No, to sell commercial real estate also.
Oh, okay.
You cannot sell residential or commercial without a license. So you have to have a license. Now, there are people who do it wrong. Like in any business, in any world, there are people who don't have license and will still pretend to be an agent. That's different, that's criminal, that's whatever it is. There are people who will do things wrong. But under normal circumstances, law requires you to have a real estate license to sell real estate.
But do we need to have any kind of a requirement even to have that license?
Yeah. You have to have a 75 hours. You have to take go to real estate school for 75 hours. Then you need to do a class exam, and then you need to do a state exam. And the state exam then asks you, they give you questions, and then you get fingerprinted, and you get your license.
So what Alka is talking about is New Jersey.
Yes.
Every state has a different requirement. Some have much higher requirement of hours. Some have lower requirement of hours. You have to be licensed in each state to work in that state.
Yes.
So you cannot just say I'll work in New York because I'm licensed in New Jersey. So the bottom line is, yes, you can get the real estate license. You have to have high school degree. Again, we're talking about New Jersey. Every state may have different rules. I don't know the rules of all of the states, so we don't know them. You have to be a green card holder or a citizen. Now, I think they also mean when they say green card holder, if you have the work permit, they probably allow that too. But in signing as a broker, I have to say that I saw the passport, I saw the green card, and it's there. But I believe,
does it cost money to get all this license?
Yes. And it's so cheap, unfortunately. See, think of this for a moment. We call ourselves a professional. But in 75 hours, we become a professional who will deal with all the money of people. So it's a sad state. It shouldn't be that cheap. To go to school, you can go for $300-400 online. That's it. You take your real estate exam. Then the license fee is $160. Again, I'm talking about New Jersey only. We don't know the rules of all other states. So you go and you take your state exam. Then you do your fingerprinting. That's another $70-80, whatever that is. And then you come in real estate. Once you come into real estate, you have your MLS fees, your board of realtor fees, and the errors and omission insurance and all other expenses. So why do people fail in this business? It's a business, so let's might as well add that word. This is not a 9-to-5 job. This is not a salary job in most cases. There are some companies who offer salaries, but this is a 1099 job. It is a business. You work under a broker, but you are in your own business. If you think that you will be fed something, you will be, but you will never succeed at that point. So treat it as a business. If you're going to run a business, what do you need in a business? Just have that mindset.
And I have heard that, especially to become a real estate agent, like if you are really ready to work, like even weekends, then only go for it. Otherwise, don't.
Right. So weekends, evenings become important. Let's say you're buying a home. You work 9 to 5. When are you available to see the home?
After 5.
After 5 and weekends. So then if Alka says, I'm not going to show you home, Pia, in evenings and weekends, she's out of business.
Right.
And it's any business, right? We go to a restaurant, the restaurant's only open 9 to 5. How's that restaurant going to run? And there are some specialty places that are only open for breakfast or for lunch, but majority of the businesses need to be catering to your clients because it's client service first. So you have to be open at the hours when they need you. You have to be open on the holidays. They are free. You have to be available on the days, and so you have to make your hours available. And we always say, and we always talk about that you cannot expect to make X amount of money without a Y amount of sacrifice. It needs the sacrifice. Even when an employer pays you, right, they look at what is your skill set, what are you investing, and what is your pay grade, right? Based on that, I mean, the executives make a lot more money than entry-level positions because they have more skill, because they're putting in more money. Same thing here, that when you become a realtor, it's what are you putting in is exactly what you're going to put out. What you put out in the universe, or in this particular area, in the field will give back to you. If you do not work, or you do not put your hour, the field is not, this, Bhaiya talks about this as a farmer, right? If you don't sow your seed, you're not going to be able to reap rewards. It's really very, very much so as farming.
I couldn't have said it better.
But you say it, I'm saying your words, so
Okay,
you
good.
better
So-
not be able to say it any better than what you say normally.
Well done. So treat it as a business. Get your license, treat it as a business. Now, and again, there are people who are doing it wrong. In this business, in real estate, it's against law to give a referral fee to any person who's not licensed. There are people who do it all the time. And there are people who say, I'll give you the under the table and all that. All that is nonsense. We're not going to take any money with us. Why are we going to do wrong things again and again and leave for home? So do it right. Do it honestly, and you can sleep honestly. But there are people who will break the rules, and that's not what we're going to talk about today. So get your license, then treat it as a business. Make sure, and we will teach you all of those things if you join us or wherever you go. But we talk about this here all the time. You are dealing with clients' money. When I say clients' money, you're not touching it, but this is one of the biggest purchase of a buyer. This is one of the biggest asset of the seller, most likely. Upper people excluded in some cases, but even for them, many times the real estate is the highest valued thing for them. So if you're dealing with somebody whose money is online, you better put their interest first. Unfortunately, many people don't do that. So if you're coming in this business, or your friend is talking about this business, make sure when you come into it, you're putting people first. People can see through. Sadly, there are too many salespeople. They are taught sales skills.
So that's one of the skills a person needs to have, to put people first.
People first.
Yes.
See, that's what is not taught, unfortunately. Sales skills are taught. So you can impress people with 10 words. There's so many people who know how to impress people.
Yeah.
But are they really putting your interest first is what it comes down to. Second, we talk about it all the time, is honesty and integrity. So you better do it honestly for them. If you don't treat them right, if you somehow feel that your commission was more important than theirs, their money, you've messed up them, you've messed up your fiduciary duties, you've messed up your loyalty. These are licensing rules that you have to be loyal to your client. You have to have fiduciary duty for your client. You have to keep their information secret. All these things are important, but when we hear people chatting sometimes, I'm like, are you kidding me? You're not following any of those rules.
Yeah, the confidentiality is key. I mean, we're blessed that we have like not only one person, their friends and friends will buy a home. But you'll be surprised when a friend buys a home, the other friend has no clue. My best friend's son bought a home and my best friend didn't know.
Oh, really?
Because I couldn't tell her. Fiduciary duty is, it's confidentiality of the son. So when he actually bought, because she's like, we talk every day, like you couldn't tell me that he bought, and I said, I can't.
So now obviously the son didn't tell mom.
Yes.
Why did the son not tell mom?
That's different.
Different. Or maybe the son told mom and mom is still asking
Yeah.
Alka, hey, why didn't you tell me?
She probably wanted
Mom was waiting for
her-
me
yeah.
to tell her, right?
exactly.
That this is what's happening.
But that is actually, confidentiality is a responsibility.
Yes.
In fact, this whole business is a responsibility. If you've heard the word again and again, it's a client, it's not a customer.
Yeah.
You as a buyer, you as a seller are a client, you're not a customer. Unless that relationship was done in a different way, under normal circumstances. Let's say I was selling my own home. Then I cannot have you as a client also, because I cannot represent you better than myself.
Right.
In that case, you become a customer. Other than that, if you are being represented, if you have a listing with an agent, if you have a buyer contract with an agent, you are being represented, you are a client. There are so many agents who call these people their customers. They are not customers. When you go to restaurant, the waiter is working for the restaurant owner. You are a customer there. They're not
Right.
working for you.
That's right.
Right.
They will treat you right, but they're not working for you.
Yes.
When you go to a realtor, a good realtor, they are working for you.
Yes.
So you are a client, not a customer, which means you come first, or you should come first.
100%.
Theoretically. Practically, you'll have to decide whether you are really being taken care of or whether the agent is very good at saying the words but not taking care of it. Wherever you're buying, we don't know who that agent will be, but be cautious and be careful about it.
And the good thing is that, सब खाते पीते हैं, right? Everybody knows कि कितने पानी में सब है. तो बात करके आपको एक अंदाजा हो जाता है कि आप किस इंसान से बात कर रहे हो. So make sure you actually, we talk about this many times, make sure you interview people, because when you meet people and you talk to them, you can talk to them eye to eye. And then एक पता चल जाता है कि कितना सच इंसान बोल रहा है. I mean, there are
Exactly.
some good con artists, but generally you will be able to tell how honest is this person and how much this person is going to take care of me.
Right. Alka used the word con artist, and yeah, there are people who are trained so well in sales that they can sell anything, but they treat you as a client. You see, there's a subtle difference, but that difference is huge. So that's what we talk about. Now, obviously, if you want to join our office, then we are in Edison. We obviously are licensed in New Jersey.
Absolutely.
So you can serve any part of New Jersey. But if you are in the area and you want to become part of On-Track Realty and you are available full-time, then we have certain criteria in our office to be part of it.
Yes.
And that criteria, couple of things in there. First of all, Pia, whether sometimes we stay small because of it, but it's okay. First of all, we are a vegetarian office. The things we're about to say, there is no compromise on it at all. Which means when you come to the office, there is no non-veg food. You cannot heat your food in there, you cannot bring the food in there, non-veg. We are totally vegetarian inside the office. What you eat outside is none of our business. What happens inside the office is the vegetarian thing. Then the second thing we talk about is on making sure you're putting clients first. Always, if the clients are not first, then we are not the right place at all. Treating them with honesty and integrity, if you cannot do that, we are not the right place at all. So there are certain criteria, as we have few other criteria too, and we, as you see behind us, the criteria is being scrolled. So when you meet that criteria, if you can meet that criteria, that's when we are good for you.
Yes.
We promise full training, we promise whatever it takes one-on-one to make you do it right. See, you say you can lead the horse to the water, you cannot make it drink.
That's right.
Exactly.
We will do our best. You say you want this, we'll do our best to take care of it. But there are times when you train somebody more and more, they don't want to be trained. Some people think they know everything, they don't want to be trained.
No, I think
all
it's
okay.
up to the person.
Yeah.
I mean, even
Absolutely.
if you can
Yeah,
do
it's a
your best,
business.
but it's like, for example, if I want to do something, it's up to me, you know.
For it to be,
It's up to me.
it's up
Yes.
to me.
But you
So-
can also open up 4 Subway restaurants, and one restaurant will go further than the other one. They're all franchises. Everybody paid for it, but how they run the business is proof in the pudding, right? So it all depends on how much you want to take it forward.
Right. So your success depends upon you.
Yeah, it's
if you
you, Inc.
if you ever think it's different, stand in front of the mirror, look at the person in the mirror, and saying, "Hey,
You're responsible.
I am responsible," or "Hey, you screwed up," because you cannot blame anybody else for your lack of success.
That's right.
That, which means any one of us. That includes
Absolutely.
any one of us. Now, always that said, luck factor is always there. I've
And we
seen-
have talked about it.
We have
talked about this.
I've seen people who did everything right and didn't succeed in this business. I've seen people who were doing so much wrong and who were succeeding in this business, not in our office, but I've seen people and I'm saying, hold on, how are you even successful with all this wrong? So luck factor works huge. But they say, you keep on doing the right thing and then leave the rest to him. And it will all work out. What's meant to be will come and what's not meant to be won't. But
Yes.
treat it as a business, have enough funds for, it takes 5 to 6 to 8 months to get your first check.
That's right.
in the closing, in the real estate. So better have enough funds so that you can weather out the beginning learning time. Sad part, Pia, is they've done everything, but in 6-7 months they start feeling, my God, I haven't done anything. And they start leaving. So all the seeds they've sown
Yes.
become useless because they now don't nourish them anymore.
Yeah.
Just when it was about to happen, they quit.
I
And
guess it's lack of patience.
lack of patience, yes.
But it's like a farmer, right? So the seed, and if Bhaiya tells the story all the time, if every day we take the seed out to see is it germinating, it's never going to get a chance to root itself, right?
Yes.
It needs time, so you need to give it that time.
Yeah,
See, I listen to you.
Very nice. That's why you're successful
Yeah,
and very
listen to you.
successful. So you have to sow the seeds all the time.
And water
You
it.
have to make sure you nourish them all the time, and then wait, have patience for the results.
Absolutely.
Simple formula in
I
life
think
on
this
anything.
is for everything.
Yes.
This is for everything.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
Exactly. So your friend has the answers?
I'm sure she does have the answers, and
Good.
if there is any other question,
Give her her
she'll-
number, have her call us.
Absolutely, she'll do that.
Good, good, good.
And if you need to reach us, it's 732-494-2211. Alka at On Track Realty, Sanjeev at On Track Realty, and
.com.
Pia at itvgold.com.
Right, exactly. They're going to email and they don't put .com, it won't get to us.
Yeah,
So
okay, yes,
good, good.
.com.
But Alka knows that you know already. So,
Yes,
so
exactly.
the funny
you
thing
are
is,
very smart.
yeah,
So the email can come back and saying, Alka, you're very smart.
yeah. please,
close our loop.
Please do that. Alka will be waiting for those emails.
I know.
Yes. Be happy for other people. Don't be unhappy for no reason at all.
Absolutely.
So I think we're running out of time, and with that, Pia will say goodbye. We'll say goodbye to Pia, and we'll see you guys next week, same
Yes,
time,
we'll,
same
we'll
place.
definitely see you next week, and thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Namaskar.